The woman thought it was just a large hole in the ground, but when he walked inside, he discovered that it was actually a footprint. What kind of creature could have left such a large footprint? According to the recollections of the two elderly people, they were eating dinner in the evening when suddenly the house began to shake. They immediately took shelter in the basement, feeling as though it were an earthquake. After an unknown amount of time, the two climbed out of the basement. The house had been reduced to rubble, as if something had smashed their house in half. There were also two huge footprints left on the ground. After hearing the two elderly people's account, biologist Lucy believed that it must have been a giant creature. However, after searching within a 20-kilometer radius along the footprints, they found nothing. In order to find the creature, Lucy found an archaeology professor and took him to look for the monster. With his years of experience dealing with nature, the old professor immediately noticed that the soil here smelled off. Lucy saw that the professor had made a discovery and hurried over. Just as the two were about to compare the map in more detail, Lucy turned to look behind her and saw a huge eye staring at them. The two looked at the scene in disbelief. The mountain peak beside them slowly transformed into a giant mountain monster. The group dared not linger and immediately boarded the helicopter. However, the helicopter was no larger than the monster's foot. Fortunately, the monster did not attack them, and they were able to leave safely. The mountain range where the monster resided was precisely the route they needed to take to build the railway. For the sake of profit, the higher-ups ignored the old professor's warnings and even dispatched troops to eliminate the monster. The old professor and Lucy knew that the battle was inevitable. They hoped in their hearts that the giant monster would not appear. By midnight, the giant monster's figure still appeared. Strangely, the giant monster stopped in its tracks. The old professor believed that the giant monster had sensed the scent of humans. At that moment, the captain suddenly ordered an attack. This firepower was insufficient to harm the giant monster. The captain ordered everyone to retreat immediately. However, as soon as he finished speaking, the giant monster's figure appeared through the smoke. Those who couldn't escape had to find cover on the spot. They seemed to have forgotten that the giant monster could smell their scent. The monster grabbed a soldier with its hand, opened its mouth wide, and swallowed him whole. Such a brutal scene deeply shocked everyone present. However, just as the captain was about to escape with Lucy, the old professor bravely stepped forward. He waved his hand, as if he wanted to talk to the giant monster.